Okay guys, someone asked on my YouTube channel that he asking me if I can create and upload an English version of this job application tracker. So today I'm going to show you how to create an English version because the demo that I have previously shown or uploaded to this channel is a in Tagalog. So let's start. Let's first go to this one. This is a shortcut, sheets that new. So this one, if you go to this URL, you will be redirected to this empty spreadsheet. So this one, empty spreadsheet. So let's rename this anything you want. So let's say job application tracker. Okay. And then the next one is we're going to create a let's say the backbone of our template which is the header. uh, Basically it's just a basic table. So let's go back to our spreadsheet and this one. So let's have or let's leave some up to 13 rows, this one. So 1 2 up to 13. So this will serve as our 1 to 12 or 11 is our dashboard. And let's start creating our table from row 13. So this one. So let's start by entering our fields, which is the number, and then the next one is the company name. Next one is job title. Next is location. Next is job type. So this is just basic table, guys. So let's start by doing this first, and the next one is application. I mean, application of um, formulas, application of design, and everything. So let's start by making a functional template first, and then let's design after. And then application date, and then the next one is the application status. Next one is our source, where we found that application posting or job posting or link. Okay, link. Next one is who is your contact person there. Okay, so this is just a tracking who is the person you are contacting to on that company. So it's maybe an HR or recruiter or what. And then the follow up date, if you can enter the follow up date here, the last follow up date you have done or you have made. And the salary is you can change this currency abbreviation here. So since I am based from the Philippines, so this is PHP. You can simply edit this, guys. Okay, the next one is, or the last one is the notes. Okay, so we're done with this. So as you can see, we have a simple table here. Then we're going to format this range, center align this one, and we're going to add table here. So you just have to select this and then scroll going down up to the last row. So this is the 1000, I think. So we need to use keyboard shortcuts like control shift and then the arrow down. Okay, as you can see, guys, I'm in the last row here, the 1000, and then let's go or select the this one, the table, the borders, and then let's select this all borders, and it should have borders around it. Okay, let's go back from the top, and then let's format this uh, by applying a border color or the background color. So this one, let's say I'm going to select this one is blue, and then let's adjust the color or the width. Let's say the company name. Let's start adjusting the number column. So this is just a 1 2 3 4. So um let's make it shorter, and then the company name is um this is a bit long, so we just have to adjust the width higher, and then the table, I mean the job title. So we will put the job title here. So maybe this a bit long, and then we're going to adjust this. The location. We're going to enter the city here. So it doesn't matter if it's um long or short. So the job type, this is a drop down list of a job type. Let's say it's a a part-time contract or full-time. Okay. Next is the application date. So this is just a date. So this is a bit short. And as application status, um, application status is rejected, offer, or no response. So that's it. And then next is our application status. So we adjust this. Source or link. So source or link is like where you found that job posting. Let's say, for example, on LinkedIn, JobStreet, Caliber, etc. Okay, so we're going to adjust this from here to here, and then the contact person. So this is just simply let's say Mrs. Reyes, Mrs. Cruz, so anything you want. Okay, so this is just a simple parang tracker lang. Okay, so I speak Tagalog, so sorry. And then the next one is the follow up date. So this is another date field, and then the salary. So we're going to adjust this, and then the notes. So this is a bit long. Okay, so we're already done with our basic layout of our job application tracker. So now we're going to format this. Okay, as you can see, guys, we're done with our basic layout of our templates. So we already have our fields like number, company name, location, job type, and application date. So next is we're going to format our table, or I mean, let's do the formatting like when we double click the range. So we're going to show some calendar. So let's go. Okay, so we're here on our number. So we're going to use our formula here. So this instead of entering like 1 2 3, so we're going to automate this guy. So we're going to add just one formula to automate all those things. So let's first enter the formula sequence. So this is the formula, this is the sequence formula or the function, and then we're going to uh, add another function, which is the count a. So this one, and then we're going to select from column B14 going down. So the trick here, if you don't want to scroll up going down, so you just have to go to this one. This is the function area, and then we're going to delete the ending reference of B. So we're going to retain the letter B, and then press enter. So as you can see, there is an error here because this one is blank. As you can see, since we deleted the ending reference of letter B, so this is just a B4 up to B. So meaning up to the last row. Okay. Next is we're going to wrap this num error to make it more good. So let's say we're going to this one up in front of our sequence function, and then let's add some space, and let's enter, or let's go back a little, or one character, and then let's add a um, if error function. So num error will be gone if there's no, or I mean if there's an error. So if error and then open parenthesis and then go to the last function and then comma, and then what character or what word is he going to return. So let's say we're going to return empty. Okay, so to return that, so enclose the space in double quotation and then close that off. Okay, and then press enter. As you can see, guys, the error here is gone. Okay, so let's say I will enter a company name. Notice that the number is automated. So let's say company name. Okay, okay, so you see it, guys, it's somewhat automatic. So one last example, let's say I'm going to add another company, so let's say company 2. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so next is we're going to add a job type. Okay, so this one is manual entry, this is also manual entry. So this one is the job type. So let's rename our job application tracker first from sheet to job application. Job application. Okay. So to also automate things, we can simply go here and then simply go to data and then add data validation and simply add this one. But I will teach you how to create um, more dynamic more on dynamic data validation or combo box by adding a settings sheet. So let's remove this, and then we're going to add another sheet and name this as settings. Okay, and then we're going to put this job type, sorry, job type. Okay, so next is we're going to add what those job types are. Okay, let's wait, guys. Okay, so I have here a full-time. So you're going to list first the job types here. So let's say full-time. Again, guys, this is just a basic template. So you can design this as anything you want, or any if you're creative, you can design this. So this is just a simple demo, and it's up to you if you want to design this on your own, freelance, internship. So this is a job types that we have here in the Philippines. So job types, contracts. So maybe this is global, or I think not. And then the remote. So this is remote is this is someone knows. And then hybrid. This is the last one. So hybrid is a combination of a work from home and an office setup. Okay, so we can add a border here so we know um, up to, or let's say I'm going to use this template or I'm new here. So let's say let's add some border. So we will know when we or I mean where we still input job types. Okay, so let's select this and then let's add border here. Let's add background color here. So let's say this one, and then so that's it. So meaning we're going to enter job types here, any name we want up to this row, so 15. So let's go back to our job application um, tracker. So next is we're going to add a combo box here or the drop down list. So I'll show you how to enter or how to create a data validation. So you can simply, okay, I'll demo this again, and then okay, this is the window, and then you're going to go to data and then data validation, and let's add rules, and then let's change the criteria drop down into from a range, and then we're going to select the range that we have made earlier on our settings. So you just have to select this select data range, and then let's leave this little window float, and then go to settings, and then let's go select this area up to this one. Okay, and then select. As you know, this range is already inputted here, and then click OK. As you can see, guys, all the job types are listed here. So if you add another job types here, it will be automatically added here. Okay, so you can edit color here. So let's say full time is pink, part time yellow, freelance is blue, internship is green, contract is violet or purple, and then remote is blue, and then hybrid is red. Okay, and then click done. Okay, let's go back to our job application tracker, and you'll see this drop down indication. So you can just select this, and then as you can see, uh all the job types added are present here. So let's say full time, and then next is the application date. And since this is just a simple cell, so we were going to format this by showing a pop-up calendar. So how to do that? You can select this range or this cell first, and then going to insert, and then I'm sorry, going to this one cell, and then going to data validation, just like we did on the job type, and then add rule, and then you're going to change the criteria from drop down into is validate, so this one, and then click done. So as you can see, guys, this is not formatted. So when I click this cell, it's just a simple entering data. So this is a formatted, guys, the application date. So if I'm going to double click this cell, a pop-up calendar appears. So that's criteria is validate works. Okay. So let's say for example, I'm going to select this, and it will automatically return the data that we have selected. Okay. Next is the application status. So again, this is, guys, a another drop down list. So we're going to add, instead of adding a add rule and then just using the drop down criteria, uh we can put this in settings again. Okay, so you just have to go back on the settings sheet, and then let's add space before adding a application status. So this one is application status. So these settings, guys, is so useful because you just have to change the enter here, and then it will automatically change also on our job application tracker. But first, if you change the name here, you just have to reselect again the name to avoid errors. Okay. Next is the application status. So application status are this is the status says that is common on a job application tracker. So let's say applied. Again, guys, you can customize this on your own. So it's up to you what application statuses you want to appear. Okay, enter be scheduled, scheduled, then interviewed. So this is a stages, guys. Okay, next is offer received, then offer accepted. So example, guys, you have applied a lot of job application. So you receive an offer, so you change the status. If you accepted the status or the offer, then change also, then offer accepted, then offer declined. Declined. Okay, what's some typo errors? Rejected, no response. So this is most common, guys. If you apply for a job, then usually recruiters doesn't send you an inform email or inform SMS. So what's the status of your application? So you can just put no response, then followed up, then withdrawn. So withdrawn is you withdraw the application to them. Okay. Okay. Again, guys, you have to format this table into table, and then let's adjust the width. So to automatically adjust, guys, you can just simply double click this area, and then let's change the background color into, let's say, yellow, and that's it. Okay, let's bold this. Okay, next is, so this is the our settings window. Next is we're going to add that on our job application. So again, click this cell and then going to add rule. So my data validation window is already open. So if it's not yet open, you can select this cell and then go to data and then data validation. And then on the right, you can see the data validation rules, and then going to add rule, and then criteria, change this from drop down to from arrange, and then select data range, and then let's leave this select data range window float, and then go to settings, and then select this cell from C2 up to the last border that we have created. Okay, and then click OK, and you can also apply colors here. So I will randomly apply colors here to make more good looking template. Okay, yellow, and then this is random, guys, so I don't have to uh carefully selected them. Okay, now we're going to job application sheet, and then as you can see, the drop down list identification appears, and then you're going to select this. For example, we have applied this, and source or link. Okay, so source or link is, this is a, let's say, where you found that job posting. For example, on their company website, job, um, for example, you found that job posting on their website, on their Facebook page, on their LinkedIn, or a Indeed. So usually, company also posts on Indeed and LinkedIn or Caliber. Okay, so you can just simply input like company website. Okay, now who is your contact person? Let's say Mr. Cruz. Mr. Cruz. Okay, so follow update. So again, guys, I'm just inputting some data first on our first column. So let's say we don't have any follow update yet, and we enter our salary, order over salary. So let's say 35,000 pesos, and then notes. So let's say I don't have any notes here. Okay, Next is we're going to apply all the formatting we have done here on our first row, which is the A14, this one. So we have to apply this color. Sorry, we exclude this number because it has formula. Okay, so we start by adding or copying the formatting that we did on this first row. So we just have to select our first entry, company name, going to our notes, and then using your keyboard, you can press the Control Shift down up to the last. So it will select the last row that we have on our job application tracker. So this one. So as you can see, guys, it's selected from, I mean, up to the last row. So you can simply press on your keyboard Control D, Control D. Okay, as you can see, it copied all the entries. Okay, because it's just copying the entries. Okay, then we're going to select this from the second, and then select this to delete the duplicate entries. Control Shift down again, and then simply press delete on keyboard. Okay, so that way all the formatting are copied here. So what formatting are copied? So the job type, the application tracker, and the date. Okay, so let's say we're going to select this part-time, and then when we double check the application date, so it copied the calendar formatting and then application status. Okay, next we're going to add our dashboard here at the top. Okay, guys. So now let's proceed to creating our dashboard. So which is the top part of our template. So to start, we can start by adding our how many job applications we have so far. So to do that, we will be adding a chart here. So you can just go to insert and then chart, and then let's change the type from column to this one, the scorecard chart, and then let's drag this here area, and then let's resize the chart, and uh keeping this scorecard selected, go to setup, and then customize this one. And so I mean, let's change this first, the data range. So select data range, and then delete this existing range that already shown, and then add range. Sorry, okay, you can just select this or leave this, select data range window open, and then select this. So you're going to select from A14 going down, and return to this data range input, and then select the end cell reference, which is the 25. So meaning it will select from A14 down to the last row. So let's say we have 1000 rows. So meaning this is from A14 to A 1000 rows, and then click OK. And then the next one is we're going to aggregate the results. So aggregating means it's simply summing up or counting the records. Okay, so aggregate, and then from sum we can select count. Okay, so meaning it will count only what we have entry here. So for example, we have 1 2 3, so it will only count 1 2 3 here, so it will not sum up any value here. So next is we're going to add or customize, and we're going to add a um wait, title, chart type, chart style. So chart title, and then let's rename this from empty to total applications. Okay, as you can see guys, it appears here. So we are going to format our background and also the border. Okay, so to do that, you can go to chart style and then change the background color. Let's say for example pink, or I don't know the color. And then the border is for example black. Okay, so as you can see, there's the um format here. And the next one we were going to do is the job type distribution. Okay, so job type distributions are full-time, part-time. Okay, so this is just a simple creation of charts. So again, you can just go to insert and then chart, and then we're going to select, instead of column chart, is we're going to select a pie chart. Okay, select that one, and then we're going to add a data range here. So again, select data range, and then let's replace this value here, and um, we can move this around so we can see the cell that we are going to pick. For example, uh, leave this open and then drag this from E14 up to the last. Okay, you can start dragging from E14 going down. Okay, you can just simply drag or highlight first three, first four, or first five, and then let's delete the end cell reference and then click OK. And then as you can see, okay, aggregate. Okay, so aggregate means it will only count let's for example, it counts how many part-time, it counts um for example, aggregation means, for example, it counts how many part-time on your records you have, how many freelance job types on your records that you have. Okay. Next is we're going to resize this to fit in. Okay. And then let's add a chart title here. So let's say job types. Job types. Okay, so that's it. And then we can move this legends from outside from chart. So to do that, you can just go to pie slices. Wait, pie charts. Okay, legend, and then change the position from auto to the right. As you can see, guys, it appears here. Okay. So that's the job application that we are creating so far. And then we can just input some count here. Okay. To do that, you can just go to pie slices, pie chart, and then the label from none to value. Okay. As you can see, guys, we have here a value of a part-time, which is one. So far we have one part-time and one full-time. Okay, you can also apply colors that will match the color from this background on our drop down list to here. Okay, so it's up to you. And then the next one is we're going to add our top sources, guys. So this is a bit technical because we're going to use function here. So okay, so to do that, you can just input query function. Okay, then next is we're going to select the unique. So this one is we're going to create a unique array formula of a company. So you can just copy this formula. Okay, so because when I enter formula on the description, YouTube doesn't accept this, so you can just screenshot this. Okay, so you can type unique, and then we're going to select our company column. So our company column starts at age 14. So you can see this, guys, and then delete the answer reference to select the whole column from age 14 up to the last, I mean row. Okay, next is close that off and then comma, and then we're going to um to make that array formula. So you can just type array formula and then count if. So this formula will count how many, uh, for example, job street, LinkedIn, caliber. Okay, count if, count if. Okay, you can just type the first three character, and the function will appear, and just have to select. Okay, count if, and then again we're going to select the uh, source or link or company name, and then delete the cell and reference again, then close that off. I no, just comma, and then another unique function, and then select again, and then close that off, and then we're going to close the parenthesis 3. Okay, and then close, we have open brackets here, so we have closed the brackets here. Okay, and then this is the query. Then select all, select column 1. Okay, you just have to follow this, guys, and copy instead. Call 2, and then order. Okay, careful, guys, on the spelling because query is so sensitive. Call 2, and then descending. So what this query does is it what this query does what this query does it will make our charts. Let's say, for example, this is the LinkedIn. It will make the higher count. Let's say jobs you applied more on job street, so it will display the name in the bar, from the top, and then from more to less. So let's take, it's like a funnel. Okay, so let's go back, and then descending, and we were going to limit that to 5. Okay, this limit to 5, so meaning this is limit 5. Okay, and then close, and then comma, and then 0, and then close finally, and then close the function. Okay, we have here an error. So formula parse error. Okay, website. So let's add some value here. Let's say job street. Okay, we have here an error, so we're going to double check this, guys. Query unique h14. Okay, we're correct. Our formula, comma, count if h14 to h, comma, unique, and then h14 to h. So we have three bracket close here, and then okay, I see the error. We have here typo error. Instead of e, it's r. Okay, select and then enter. Okay, another error, another correction. Call 1, call 2. I think we have space here. Call to order by call to December limit. Okay, we have here, since it's query, guys, we just need to wrap this into a double quotation mark, and then close. Okay, as you can see, guys, we have here some data. So let's say, for example, we will going to add another job street company. So as you can see, guys, this job street will move to the top. Okay, So, okay, as you can see, it dynamically moved to the top. Okay, and it shows the count. Okay, so now the trick here is we're going to make that data into a readable form where user can see the or can when the user can visually see which company she or he most applied for. Okay, okay, now we're going to select this from here and then here. Okay, and then going to insert and chart, and then we're going to replace this chart type from column to the bar chart. Okay, as you can see, we have here now the bar chart. Okay, and also the job sheet. Okay, let's me look on my reference first. Okay, so now is we're going to design our our um, top 5 sources. Okay, so let's add some chart title here, and let's put top 5 sources. Okay, you'll see your top 5 company applied on. Okay, top 5 sources. Okay, watch for the spelling, and then resize this. Okay, okay, okay. Wait, guys. We can just hide this value because it's still visible. We can just select this and only change the text color from black to white. Okay, that's the trick. Okay, and then this one. Okay, and then let's clean this chart. Going this edit chart, and then let's remove this vertical columns. So this is the grid lines. You can uncheck this, and this one. Okay, since this can't be removed, you can just simply select this bars and then scroll this down. Okay, so that's it. And then again, we can just simply change the background so it will look more cleaner. So you can just select the job types and then customize and then chart style and then change the background color to anything you want. So let's say green, and this background color of top 5 sources is, let's say, orange. So that's ugly, so we can just change this to purple. Okay, so nice. Then the last one, or the last thing we're going to do is job application statuses. So this is more simple and not technical. Okay, so you can just select the job application status. Okay, again, you can just select from top to bottom, or you can just go directly by inserting a chart, and then let's change this column chart into a um okay, this column chart is enough, and then we're going to change the value here. So since we have here already pre-selected, we can just select this. I mean, delete this existing. Okay, remove all series, and then remove. Okay, remove labels. Okay, so since it's not easy to remove, you can just simply replace our data range or the sources. Okay, replace this, and then select all the application status column. Again, select the first three or first four, and then select the answer reference, and then click OK. And then click the x-axis here, and then okay, click aggregate. Okay, so don't forget to click aggregate, guys, because it's really important, because um it counts how many jobs you are applied for, interviewed for, any data. Okay, so again, we can just drag this or reposition this on the top, and okay, and this one. Okay, and then let's add chart title here. So we're going to name our chart from blank to application status. Application status. So that's it. You can also change this formatting. Let's say, for example, you want to display the the data point, okay, or data labels. As you can see, guys, um, applied counts shown. So let's say we're going to select another job application status. Let's say offer receive, and it will automatically add it here. So let's see it in action. So you can just select, let's say, no response, and it will automatically appear here. So let's add another applied. So notice, guys, that this applied will be changed accordingly. So let's say applied. Okay, as you can see, guys, so that's dynamic our templates is. Okay, next we're going to format or remove the grid lines here. So select this and then uncheck the major grid lines, and then you can also change, or you can resize this to remove this one, and then you can also change the color here. So let's say double click this one and select fill color. Okay, you can add line color, let's say black, and then this one you can change this also from blue to, let's say, orange, this one to green. So to change that, guys, you can just simply double click this bar and then uh, update the fill color. Okay, this is purple. Okay, so that's it. You can also match this, guys, to the color of the application status you set here. This one you can you can match this here. Okay, so to make it more uniform. So that's it, guys. So this is the final output. So we have here the settings, and we have here the job application tracker. So the final output is this. So this video is super long, and I don't want to add sample, so I will just show you what's the final output would be. So I will be showing you. So again, guys, this is the tutorial, and if you want the file, you can purchase it on my website. The website is lawrencelaudenodigital.com. So I will open the website again, or also. So let's wait. So yeah, this is the front page when you purchase this template. You can create this template also and follow my tutorial. So again, if anything is unclear, you can simply comment down on the comment section, and I will answer those questions if I have time and make some video. Okay, and then this is the simple output if you're going to finish that template. Okay, so this file is a bit long when it opens. S- So let's wait, guys, a while. So it's loading. As you can see, it's loading. Ayan, okay. So this is a sample template that you can do if you follow the demo. Okay, so we have here the total applications, total job, top 5 sources, and application status. Okay, and that's it. Again, guys, don't forget to follow my YouTube channel, comment, and share this video. So if there's a new demo that I will be created, you will be notified. Okay, thank you and see you on the next one.